What's up? Welcome back to Nowstalgia. Dave here with a review of Expats, the new drama miniseries from Lulu Wang, out now on Amazon Prime Video. The first 2 of 6 episodes out now. This is an adaptation of the 2016 novel The Expatriates from Janice Y.K. Lee. And I was interested in this really because this is Lulu Wang's follow-up to her 2019 film The Farewell, one of my top 10 movies of 2019. A film that really put her on the map as a new talented filmmaker to watch. And I'm a bit disappointed that she made a TV show and not another movie. Nonetheless, had to check it out. She directed all 6 episodes and wrote some of them as well, and created the series based on the book. And that was enough to get me in. And this is starring Nicole Kidman, her 4th big high level prestige TV series since the era of peak TV began, of course, following Big Little Lies, 9 Perfect Strangers, and The Undoing. And I have to say, through 2 episodes of Expats, I think it looks good. I think the location setting, the location of a story taking place in Hong Kong, is very compelling. But I'm not super into the narrative, I have to say. I didn't really feel a hook through the first 2 episodes, and I'm also a bit kind of tired of this mode of Nicole Kidman, I have to be honest. As much as I love the AMC commercial that I see, 60 times a year when I go to the movies, despite all that, this mode, it feels a bit repetitive. It feels mundane, routine to us on TV now from Kidman. It's a very similar story. Again, she's playing a wealthy, older woman of her age, and she's dealing with other wealthy people, and, some kind of trauma or incident happens. It's kind of the same general type story that we've seen her do recently, And, I think more interestingly is 2 other characters on the show, and I think what this show is about is largely going to be centered on 3 female perspectives. We have 2 timelines, a current timeline as well as a past timeline, and the past timeline and the trauma, the incident, the tragedy that happens that we get shown in the second episode is very much informing how these characters have changed in the current timeline that we're experiencing. And those other characters are Hillary, so Nicole Kidman plays Margaret, who is a titular expat, moved to Hong Kong with her husband Clark, played by Brian T. So Clark could pursue his career dreams. And another expat that lives in the same apartment building of theirs, is Hillary, played by Saria Blue. And also they encounter a young expat, 20-something, Mercy, played by Ji Young Yu. And the 3 of them all kind of connect, and they have, unsurprisingly as TV works, they come together in planned and unplanned ways, right? And I think what's, perhaps most interesting about the show is how it's presenting class, I guess, because these expats are living in the wealthiest, tallest apartment building in Hong Kong, literally called The Peak. They all have live-in help, live-in nannies and servants, basically. And I know a future episode is going to go into that perspective more specifically. I just don't know if the core conflict that's presented through the first 2 episodes is enough to really grab me. I'm going to see it through just because I want to support Lulu Wang, but the dramatic trauma that befalls Margaret, Nicole Kidman's character, you kind of see it coming. They basically tell you what it was in the first episode, and they show you it in the flashback timeline in episode 2, and it's okay, now what? I don't know. Mercy's growing connection to David, Hillary's, on their estranged-esque or becoming estranged husband, played by Jack Houston. Perhaps that'll be interesting a little bit. I don't know. I think the presence of, expat foreigners living in a different land and how they feel about that, I think that could be something to explore. But ultimately, I just didn't feel like there was a whole lot really to latch onto from a narrative perspective through those first 2 episodes. I have to be honest. Again, I think the setting looks nice. The performances are pretty good, even if this is very, very familiar Kidman. So I'm going to see it through, but I wasn't too intrigued, even if I found it easy enough to watch. So that's my thoughts on Expats through the first 2 episodes. I'd be curious if other people disagree. If you liked it more, please let me know why. And for more TV reviews, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.